An excellent new song, being the intended speech of a famous orator against peace, by Jonathan Swift, an orator dismal of Nottinghamshire, who has 40 years let out his conscience to hire, out of zeal for his country, and want of a place, is come up, vamp'd armis, to break the Queen's peace. He has vamp'd an old speech, and the court, to their sorrow, shall hear him harangue against prior to-morrow. When once he begins, he never will flinch, but repeats the same note a whole day like a finch. 1. I have heard all the speech repeated by Hoppy, and, mistakes to prevent, I've obtained a copy. The speech whereas, notwithstanding I am in great pain, to hear we are making a peace without Spain, but, most noble senators, 'tis a great shame, there should be a peace, while I'm not in game. The Duke showed me all his fine house, and the Duchess from her closet brought out a full purse in her clutches. I talked of a peace, and they both gave a start. His Grace swore by G.D., and her Grace let A.F.T. My long old-fashioned pocket was presently crammed, and sooner than vote for a peace I'll be damned. But some will cry turncoat, and rip up old stories, how I always pretended to be for the Tories. I answer, the Tories were in my good graces, till all my relations were put into places. But still I'm in principle ever the same, and will quit my best friends, while I'm not in game. When I and some others subscribed our names to a plot for expelling my master King James, I withdrew my subscription by help of a blot, and so might discover or gain by the plot. I had my advantage, and stood at defiance, for Daniel, too, was got from the den of the lions. I came in without danger, and was I to blame? For, rather than hang, I would be not in game. I swore to the Queen, that the Prince of Hanover during her sacred life would never come over. I made use of a trope, that, an heir to invite, was like keeping her monument always in sight. But, when I thought proper, I altered my note, and in her own hearing I boldly did vote, that her Majesty stood in great need of a tutor, and must have an old or a young coadjutor. For why? I would fain have put all in a flame, because, for some reasons, I was not in game. Now my new benefactors have brought me about, and I'll vote against peace, with Spain or without. Though the court gives my nephews, and brothers, and cousins, and all my whole family, places by dozens. Yet, since I know where a full purse may be found, and hardly pay 18 pence tax in the pound, since the Tories have thus disappointed my hopes, and will neither regard my figures nor tropes, I'll speech against peace while dismal's my name, and be a true Whig, while I'm not in game.